And we will talk on the last part today. So that is ātma-nikṣepa-kārpaṇye. So self-surrendering ourselves or offering ourselves and having the humility that without Krishna, I am nothing. So we will go through the verse once and then we will continue. Mukham karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkrupātamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramanandamadham Shri Chaitanyeshwaram. So this comes under Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 22nd chapter, 100th verse. Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam rakshashishyatiti vishvaso goptrutve varnam tatha ātma-nikṣepa-kārpaṇye षड्विधा शरणागतिः. The six divisions of surrender are the acceptance of those things favorable to devotional service, the rejection of unfavorable things, the conviction that Krishna will give protection, the acceptance of the Lord as one's guardian or master, full self surrender, and humility. So, we've been speaking about Anukulyasa Sankalpa and Pratikulyasa Varjanam. Then we spoke about that how Lord is a protector, and then we spoke about how Lord is the maintainer. We have seen different verses that how He provides all the resources and the support so that we can live in this world and we can also go back home, back to Godhead. Now, today we will talk about ātma-nikṣepa-kārpaṇye. So, ātma-nikṣepa means offering ourselves to Krishna. Just like how Bali Maharaj has offered himself to Krishna, just like Arjuna who has fully surrendered to Krishna. So, like that, we are offering ourselves to Krishna. And Karpanya means without Krishna, I am weak. So, I am sick, but I can get cured with your help. So, without Krishna, we are thinking that, nothing can be possible. So, that is the humility. The context of humility over here is that full dependence on Krishna. So, we'll try to see these points. So just like in the Rakshashishtati Vishwaso, we have seen that our conception about God has to be healthy and proper. Then only we will understand how the God's protection will come. So we have seen different examples where sometimes God has protected someone on a bodily level, and sometimes Lord has protected someone on a level of consciousness. So for the same Parikshit Maharaj, he protected him in the womb of his mother, but at the end, he has protected his consciousness by making him go back home, back to Godhead. So, just like we should have proper and healthy conceptions of the God, we should also have proper and healthy conceptions about ourselves also. So, then only what will happen is we will be able to surrender to the Lord. We will be able to give ourselves to the Lord. So, when we talk about the doctor example, the doctor and patient, so the patient should have the faith in the doctor that this doctor is competent to cure my disease. And with that, we should also have faith in ourselves that I am curable. It so happens that sometimes people get cancer and they are so afraid of it and they feel like it is not curable. And because of that, even though they are in the first stage or second stage of cancer, they don't survive. Whereas we see some people who might be in a very advanced stage or fourth stage in cancer, still some people miraculously come out of it. So they not only have the faith in the doctor, but they also have the faith in themselves that they can cure or they are curable. So similarly, we also have so many, we all are fallen souls, right? So we are all conditioned. We have so many conditioning inside us. We have so many impurities, shortcomings. We have so many past impressions. And because of that, we are in a sick condition. Okay, we are not in a healthy condition. In a healthy condition, we are completely Krishna conscious, but we are not healthy now. But we still can offer ourselves to Krishna. So, because Krishna can help us. So, if we start thinking that, I am so fallen that even Krishna cannot help, then we are behaving like that patient who have first stage or second stage cancer, but thinking that no one can cure him and he is not helpable, he is not curable. So, we can offer ourselves from wherever we are. Okay. And Krishna will help us from wherever we are. So, in the past, we were very much fallen. Now also we are fallen, but there is a difference. We are still better now. So how this betterment is happening? Because of Krishna. So that same Krishna who made us walk to this path from that point to this point today, that same Krishna will help me and take me ahead also. So what we have to do is, first thing is we have to accept that we are sick. We have to accept that we are fallen. We have to accept that there are so many conditions and conditioning internally and externally which may not be helpful for me all the time and which are actually dragging me down into this material world. But with Krishna, I can become strong and I can cure my sickness. All the material desires, all the material tendencies that I have, that can get cured by Krishna's help. So before we offer ourselves, we actually have to accept ourselves. Before, like, Krishna says that Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yome Bhaktya Prayashati. So you offer me that, flower, you offer me fruit, you offer me water, you offer whatever it is, I will accept it if you offer that with the love. Now, the whole process of offering is to gradually go to a position where we can completely offer ourselves to Krishna. So before we offer ourselves completely to Krishna, we should start offering something to Krishna, right? But what ultimately Krishna wants is ourself. Krishna want us. We all are part and parcels of Krishna, and we are very, very precious to Krishna. Sometimes we may think like, there are so many devotees out there, so many people are there, and so many jivas are there. So will Krishna care for me? Okay, does Krishna really need me? Or does Krishna care that I should come back home, back to Godhead? So sometimes we may have this kind of doubt. But though Krishna has so many parts and parcels, he is equally important for all of us, and for him, we are equally important for them. Just like a father and mother may have many children, but for them, every child is important. So that is the reason Krishna comes and sits in our heart. Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto. So we are important to the Lord. And that is the reason the Lord will help us. No matter wherever we are, He will help us and He will make us elevate. So, just like a patient should have a faith in the doctor, we should also have faith in Krishna that He is the maintainer, He is the protector. But also, we should have faith that I am also helpable. That means I am not so fallen that even Krishna cannot help. No, that's not the truth. We can actually get help from Krishna and we can get cure. So wherever we are today, we can start offering ourselves to Krishna and we can actually go towards Him. So just like, sometimes when a guest comes to our home, we may not have luxurious or very opulent food to offer, but we can have the mood that, whatever I have, I am offering that with the love. So similarly, we may not be pure devotees now. We may not have all the pure intentions. We may have so many shortcomings, so many impurities, but still, how we can be purely offer whatever we are to Krishna by accepting that, oh Krishna, I am fallen. I have these conditions and these conditionings, but still I have a desire to offer myself. So offering ourselves means that I will do what I can do with what I have now. So I may in future do big services. I may offer or devote to all my time to Krishna. So in future, what I can do, that I will do in the future. But what I can do presently, okay, that I should do. Okay, I have these many resources. If I have 100 rupees, I may give, charity in a 1 rupee or 10 rupees. So I may think if I have 1 crore rupees in the future, I can help in building a temple and all. Okay, fine. In future, whatever you can do it. You can try to do that. But whatever you are presently, start offering that from now. So we may not have all the time for Krishna now, but whatever time we are thinking that we can offer to Krishna, in that at least we have to be honest, we have to be sincere, we have to be attentive. So we may not have opulent food to offer to Krishna, but we at least can offer in a neat and clean plate. So when Sudhama actually went to meet Krishna, what did he offer? He offered some chipped rice, okay? And what kind of packing he had? He was just in a cloth wrap he has taken and he has offered to Krishna. So, but the cloth may not be clean, the chipped rice may not be so delicious or so opulent, but Sudama had love. So, though the food was not opulent, but he has offered in a very clean and neat plate. That is his heart, which is filled with love. So, similarly, we may have many things, many impurities, but still we can offer ourselves to Krishna. All the great devotees like Bhaktivinoda Thakura and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and all, they always say that we are sinful, our life is filled with sin, and we are so fallen. They say so much. Actually, in spite of that, they did not get stopped in offering themselves to Krishna. So much of service they do, so much of preaching they do, and so many books they have written, so much of sharing they have done. So they have that feeling that I am not pure enough, but that feeling did not stop them to surrender to Krishna. So similarly, if those exalted devotees can think that they are fallen, then we are definitely fallen, isn't it? So when they can offer themselves with whatever they have, it is an indication for us that wherever we are, we can offer ourselves to Krishna. So Krishna, we are fallen souls, but Krishna can lift us up. So this we can see in a different examples also. So let us say why this is important. Why offering ourselves and accepting ourselves is important. For suppose if someone is telling you that you have to carry this thing, like let us say we are going to Vrindavan, and one of the other devotee has told us that you carry this thing and offer to Krishna. They might give us some sweets or something they have cooked or something they have wanted to offer, just like some, maybe a flute or maybe a pile or something they wanted to offer to, let us say, uh, our Shri Krishna in Vrindavan. So, if we think that what they are giving is not worth, then how we will carry it? We will not be so much careful in carrying that. Okay. And what will happen? On the way, we may lose it also. So, when we think that it is not worth, we will not keep it carefully and we may lose it. So, even if we do not lose it, the mood of offering that thing will not be proper. So here, why we are sharing this example, if we consider ourselves so fallen and we feel like, I cannot offer myself to Krishna, then what will happen? The way we maintain ourselves, the way we maintain our consciousness will be very, very improper. So what we have to accept that, okay, I am in a sick condition, I am not properly devoted to Krishna, but still I can start practicing this devotion, I can start practicing this offering myself to Krishna, so that at least over a period of time I can get pure. So our conception about ourselves has to be healthy. So just like when we are preaching, though that person may have so many bad habits, that person may not be inclined to the God, but what we do, we try to preach them, and when they start coming to the temple, we appreciate them. When they start doing one round of chanting also, we start appreciating them. Okay, you have started doing it. So just like when we are preaching others, we accept them fully, and we actually encourage them. Okay, it's okay if you're not able to do 16 rounds immediately, you can start with one round, and over a period of time you can come to the 16 rounds. And if you're not able to give up this habit, that habit, don't worry, you start practicing. Over a period of time you will be getting it. So we accept others. So and then we tell them that whatever you have, you try to offer yourself to Krishna. If you are not in a good financial condition, at least start helping in book distribution, at least start helping in some or other service. So what we tell them, we tell them that wherever you are, start serving Krishna, and gradually Krishna will give you power to serve him in a bigger way, but at least start now in a smaller way. So similarly, we have to tell ourselves the same thing, that wherever we are, we can still serve Krishna, we can offer ourselves to Krishna. So, Krishna consciousness is not that we borrow something from outside and offer to Krishna. Yes, that can be done if it is possible. But what is first thing we have to do? We have to offer ourselves, whatever we are, we have to offer ourselves to Krishna. And gradually, we have to strive for the purification. So, this is the way we actually have to offer ourselves. And over a period of time, what will happen? Our purification will happen. And throughout this process, we should have a faith that Krishna, I am weak, but I am weak without you. So if you are with me, I can be strong. So we may not be able to do big services now, right? Wherever we are now, we may do not have the enough time or enough space or enough resources to serve Krishna in a bigger way. So we all may not be able to do service like Arjuna, okay, or service like Yudhishthira Maharaj, but we all can do some service at our own level. So we can take simple small steps. Like there may be people who might be reading every day 2 3 hours Srimad Bhagavatam. So we might be thinking, oh, when will I do that? Okay, you may not do 2 3 hours of reading today, but you can begin with one page or one paragraph or one verse from today. So we can do simple small steps. And whatever we do, we have to offer ourselves to Krishna. So we may not be able to do everything, and many things are out of our control. But still, there are some things in our control. And if we are able to do those things properly, then over a period of time, we will get more control over other things. So like that we have to grow. So when we talk about surrendering ourselves, it doesn't mean that the standard of surrender what other devotees are following, we will start following that itself now. That will come gradually. But surrender means whatever I can do, I will do with whatever I have now. So what I will have, what I can do in future, that I may do it. Okay. But now whatever is available with me, whatever thing I can do, I will start doing it for Krishna. So Arjuna says, Karishye Vachanam Tava. So I will do God's will. Now, how far we will be able to God's will, that may vary at our own level. But what we will do, we will offer ourselves to Krishna. So whatever I can do now, Krishna, I will do it sincerely and attentively, and I will strive to do more. So with this attitude, we will go. And what is our confidence that why we are able to do what we can do? Because Krishna is with me. So ātma-nikṣepa and kārpaṇye, these are together. So we are gaining faith in Krishna that Krishna will protect me. Sorry, Krishna will support me. Krishna will help me. With Krishna, I am strong. And that is the reason, even though I have so many impurities, so many shortcomings, I will try to offer myself to Krishna. So Bali Maharaj has given everything to Krishna. And after that, he given himself to Krishna. Why? Because he has faith that Krishna, whatever, whoever gives anything to Vishnu, okay, he will lose nothing. He will only gain. So he has started giving himself to Krishna. So similarly, whatever we have, if we start giving to Krishna, then Krishna will give us in return so many things that we will be able to do bigger services and better services in future. So this is ātma-nikṣepa-kārpaṇye.